So we're about to wrap up, but I wanted to talk for a minute about the end and the Coke commercial.
Sure.
And the other day you said something so interesting to me, was that along the lines of, Coke was this huge thing, that they didn't have to make that commercial. That it was...
Yeah, they always have to make a commercial.
Well, right, but I mean in this
McCann Erickson is always trying to get them to do new work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
The worst kind of account you can have is something like Hebrew National, where, they have that ad with Uncle Sam and it runs for like 25 years. The ad agency didn't make anything after the first time. They can buy time, and that's where the business is now, buying time, but they don't get to make another ad. So Coca-Cola, a trendsetter in advertising always, definitely, as much as cereal, a product of advertising. But I think that I did hear rumblings of people talking about the ad being corny. And it's a little bit disturbing to me, again, back to this sort of cynicism. I'm not saying that advertising is not corny, but I'm saying that the people who find that ad corny are they're probably experiencing a lot of life that way, and they're missing out on something. Because it is, 5 years before that, black people and white people couldn't even be in an ad together.
Right.
Okay? And the idea that some enlightened state, and not just co-option, might have created something that is very pure. And yeah, there's soda in there with a good feeling, but that ad, to me, it's the best ad ever made. And it comes from a very good place, which is a desire to sell Coca-Cola, probably. But you shouldn't write everything off. The ambiguous relationship we have with advertising is part of why I did the show. My main character in the pilot is selling cigarettes, and we cheer when he figures out a new way to sell them.
Right.
Yeah.
I
said, he doesn't kill Tony. He's not Tony Soprano. He doesn't kill people, but he kills people. And he's very clear about what it is. We see when he loses Lucky Strike and tries to save his image that he says, I know that this product is terrible for people and kills the people who buy it. So we go to the Whitney today, and you just see not just that artists are forced, basically, because it's so hard to make a living on pure art, into working in advertising, whether they're Man Ray or like, Margaret Borkwhite or, Dorothea Lange. You see their ad work. You see the irony come in. You see Andy Warhol.
Right.
We know what it plays in our life. And we still have some sort of superiority to it or contempt for it. And I'm not saying that there's, I'm not here to advocate for more advertising. I don't need to anyway. For some reason or other, people are more tolerant of it than they've ever been in the history of time. No one, the idea that you would get TV for free if you watch the ads changed when people had to start paying for cable and watching the ads.
Right.
And then you get stuff, on YouTube where they're like, the ad is forced on you and the revenue is it's not even going to the people who made the product that you're watching.
Right.
All of this is very, it will turn around in some way. But I felt like that ad in particular is so much of its time, so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I don't think as I don't know what the word is, as villainous as the snark of today thinks it is.